Welcome back to the Cryptoworld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now the price of Ethereum is exploding to the upside. We have finally seen the break above this important resistance level, and this is setting us up for the next major move. In just a moment, I'll be revealing my next Ethereum price target, so stay tuned for that. I'll also be looking at some other Ethereum patterns and the Ethereum versus Bitcoin chart later in the video, so definitely make sure you're watching all the way to the end so that you're not missing out on any of this important information. And just before we jump into it, I'd really appreciate it if you could just leave a like on the video down below. And if you're new to the channel, you might as well subscribe with notifications turned on for more updates like this every single day, because it only takes a couple seconds out of your day to click like and subscribe down below. But I really do appreciate all of your support, and it helps out the channel so much. But anyway, with all of that out of the way, let's get straight to what this video is about. So right here, we're on the Ethereum to US dollar chart on the 4-hour time frame, and as you can see here, we've gotten a clear breakout to the upside out of this bullish ascending triangle pattern. So obviously the fact that we've finally broken this resistance sitting at around 3,630 approximately, this is clearly a bullish sign. And also bringing out the price oscillators right now on the 4-hour time frame, we've seen a strong break above this downward sloping resistance line that I was talking about yesterday on the channel. If you watched my Ethereum video yesterday, you would already know about this, but for the new viewers on the channel, you can even go back and look. I said in yesterday's update video, the moment we break this level just here in the RSI, which was coming in at around 48 approximately, that's how you know that the Ethereum price is bottoming out and getting ready for its next major move to the upside. And just placing a vertical line at exactly where we saw that cross over this resistance line just here in the RSI, that was at this exact point just here before we even saw this major move. And as well, I gave you guys this real-time update as we were seeing this over on my Twitter, even before we broke this resistance line at around 3,630. So seriously, if you're not following me over on my Twitter, definitely make sure you're doing that. And the link to my official Twitter is in the description down below if you want to get all of these extra updates throughout the day in real time. And the 4-hour MACD as well is starting to flip bullish again after a lot of bearish momentum that we've seen over the past couple of weeks. And obviously that bearish momentum we've seen in these price oscillators over the past 1 to 2 weeks has simply just led Ethereum into mostly sideways consolidation during that time period rather than bearish price action, because of course we are in an uptrend. So the bullish price action is clearly bigger than any sort of bearish price action that we see in an uptrend. But now that these price oscillators are giving the price further momentum to the upside, this is great to see. This is clearly a bullish sign. But with that being said, we haven't really seen too much confirmation, at least at the time of filming this video, for this breakout. And what I would like to see is ideally just some more volume coming in here. But if we don't really see much more volume, if the volume stays pretty flat, then what we'll need to see is a retest of this previous line of resistance and flip it into support. And once again, that's coming in at around 3,630 if you're looking at the candle bodies here on the 4-hour time frame. But if you're looking at the tops of the candle wicks, then it's coming in at more like 3,660, 3,670. So for as long as Ethereum can now hold above that level just there, we're looking really good. We don't necessarily need a retest if we can see the volume start picking up a lot more. The retest is mainly for extra confirmation, and it's mainly there for if we don't see much volume. And as well, when you're looking on the daily time frame, just zooming out to the daily chart, we can use a daily candle close as potentially some more confirmation of this breakout, considering the fact that this pattern is visible on the daily time frame. And of course, that pattern that I'm talking about here is the inverse head and shoulders pattern that I've been talking about over the past week. Approximately around 1 week ago is when I was saying that ideally we need to see a little bit of bearish price action in the short term, and a lot of people didn't like that. A lot of people thought that Ethereum was crashing, but that's where it's important to zoom out. Look at the big picture here, and at that stage we were still forming this bullish inverse head and shoulders pattern, and now we have completed that pattern with a breakout above the neckline. So once again, this is amazing to see. We're now just looking for a little bit more confirmation because the volume is looking a little bit flat here. We're still on declining volume. And now checking out some Ethereum price targets to pay attention to right now. They really haven't changed over the past few days. The first price target to the upside, now that we've broken out of this ascending triangle pattern, that price target's coming in pretty close to 4,000, just below 4,000 US dollars per Ethereum. And if I'm putting a horizontal line right there on the chart, zooming out further, what we can see is we've previously found perfect resistance along that exact line just there. So that's simply where my initial price target would be for Ethereum if we can continue on with this breakout. And a break above this previous high just here, sitting at just above 4,000 US dollars, would be incredibly significant, because right now on the daily time frame, for example, before, Ethereum hasn't actually made a higher high just yet. Bitcoin, on the other hand, has made a higher high. Bitcoin has broken above its previous $53,000 high, but we're simply still waiting on Ethereum doing that as well. And honestly, if Ethereum sees a strong break above 4,000, a strong break into a new higher high, then I would actually expect the all-time high to come into play not too long after that, especially considering that from that $4,000 area just there to the all-time high, that's only a 10% gain. And just in the last 1 to 2 days, Ethereum has had an 11% gain. So that's seriously how close we're getting towards the all-time high. And now getting into the other price target that I have for Ethereum, and that's of course the price target out of this inverse head and shoulders pattern, and that's coming in at just above 4,600, nearly 4,700 US dollars per Ethereum. And of course, that would put Ethereum in a brand new all-time high, considering that the all-time high is only at around 4,400. And looking at the last all-time high breakout to see what actually happened to Ethereum after we break the all-time high, the breakout happened during April this year. As you can see, this was the previous all-time high, which by the way, we set back in February this year. And that was coming in at just above 2,000 US dollars per Ethereum. I'm putting a horizontal line right there so you can see what happened. We actually broke above the all-time high and we found a lot of resistance around the all-time high level. And then we continued further to the upside, came back down to form a perfect retest of the all-time high. And not just once, we had 2 successful bounces along the previous all-time high, flipping it into support, which was extremely bullish. And the moment we did that, the price of Ethereum absolutely exploded to the upside from around 2,000 US dollars to above 4,000 US dollars. So you're talking about a 110% gain. And that huge gain for Ethereum played out in only 19 days, so less than 3 weeks. So you more than doubled your money in less than 3 weeks with zero leverage. That is how crazy the gains can get if we can get above the all-time high. And so far, Ethereum is making the right moves that is putting us closer towards the all-time high. Now, bringing out the Fibonacci retracement tool, another small bit of potential resistance is the 78.6% Fibonacci level, coming in at around 3.8k, but I wouldn't expect too much resistance at that level. Once again, the big one to pay attention to is around 4,000. And now taking a quick look at the Ethereum versus Bitcoin chart, this is important for all Ethereum holders because right now Ethereum is clearly flipping bullish on this chart as well after we saw that bullish divergence that I've been talking about over the past couple days. So for the subscribers out there, we already knew that we were due for at least a bit of a bounce here. For example, in yesterday's video, you can even go back and look if you would like. I said that we're due for either sideways price action, if not a move to the upside. And that's pretty much exactly what we saw. We saw sideways price action leading into a move to the upside. And I've also been letting you guys know over the past few days on the channel that I am dollar cost averaging into Ethereum using Bitcoin, looking at the Ethereum versus Bitcoin chart. And obviously for any of you that followed along, especially after seeing that bullish divergence, you've done very well on this move. But with that being said, we're definitely not out of the woods just yet because we haven't exactly confirmed a new uptrend by any means. For an uptrend, I would like to see at least one higher high on the chart and one higher low on the chart. So if Ethereum can start breaking above this previous high just here, coming in at around 0.0671 Bitcoin per Ethereum, then that could potentially set up a new higher high on the chart. And then basically for as long as we can hold above this low, coming in at around 0.06 Bitcoin per Ethereum, we're looking at another higher low. And in that case, then we could consider a potential uptrend starting for Ethereum versus Bitcoin. And zooming all the way out to the daily time frame for Ethereum versus Bitcoin right now, this bounce that we've just seen was a perfect bounce along this exact line of support. But yeah, even though we are seeing a short-term bounce here, it's still important to not get overly bullish just yet for Ethereum versus Bitcoin because once again, we haven't really confirmed a new uptrend. And if you enjoyed this video or got something valuable from it, make sure to leave a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, you might as well subscribe with notifications turned on for more updates just like this one every single day. And also considering the amazing opportunity that we are seeing right now, there's never been a better time to share these videos around with your friends, and there's never been a better time to stay active in the markets. And as always, I really do appreciate all of your support on the channel at the moment. I can't thank you guys enough. And just before you click off this video, make sure you're checking out one of these uploads if you haven't already, because these are some important videos to watch if you're serious about making money in crypto. But anyway, that's really everything I have to say for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next video.